Welcome everyone to this edition of Looking at Louisville. I'm Chaz.
Hi, I'm Stacy.
And I'm Zach.
And we're here for a very special episode, right?
That's right, Chaz. This episode is called Why Louisville, which is why we're standing in front of this great, unique store here in the Highlands. And we're going to cover today why Louisville. Why did Lonely Planet Travel Guide choose Louisville as the top U.S. travel destination in 2013? We're going to take a look through their article, tell you some of the 5 great reasons in that. And we're starting off here in
the Highlands. And the neighborhoods is one of the first things they cite. And after the Highlands, we're going to skip on over to Clifton or the Frankfort Avenue area and have a great breakfast.
And we're going to have great breakfast, and also we're going to have a great dinner too, right?
We are going to have a lot of fun today. Let's go.
All right, here we are in front of Actors Theater of Louisville. It's one of the top regional theaters in the U.S., and it's home to the Humana Festival of New American Plays.
That's right, and we're here because Lonely Planet cited Louisville's festivals and events as being a great reason to visit the city, and of course they are. There are great one-of-a-kind events like the Kentucky Derby Festival, the St. James Art Show, Forecastle, the Idea Festival, Abbey Road on the River, Lebowski. The list goes on and on. We've got some great footage of some of the events we've visited in the past, so we're going to check those out.
Roll it. Well, what a great way to end this tour than at Bourbon's Bistro.
That's right. We are here. It was the founding member of the Urban Bourbon Trail, and that goes back to one of the reasons that Lonely Planet rated us the top travel destination for 2013, and that is bourbon, and specifically the Urban Bourbon Trail.
Well, I hate to talk about this subject, right?
That's right.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I was so excited to see that was one of the reasons, because it really is. I think it's been one of our state's best kept secret for over 200 years, right? Not that we make a lot of it, because Kentucky produces 95% of the world's bourbon supply. A third of that is produced in Louisville, and truly Louisville is the gateway to bourbon country. So there's not only the Urban Bourbon Trail, which has over 20 stops on it currently and growing.
And all those have how many bourbons?
50.
50.
So if you were in a market like Chicago, New York, San Francisco, places that have great bourbon bars, they might only have 20 or 30 and be considered that. In Kentucky, it has to be 50 to even get on that list, so to speak. And this is the quintessential place for that. But in addition to doing the Urban Bourbon Trail, which is essentially a pub crawl with bourbon, right? And you get a little passport, and you get a stamp and a t-shirt at the end of it, free for your travels. Louisville is going to be the home of a couple of micro bourbon distilleries here at the end of 2013, which we are thrilled about, right? We've got the Evan Williams Bourbon Experience coming to Main Street, which was once called Whiskey Row back in the day before Prohibition, when over 50 bourbon-related businesses had their headquarters on this portion of Main Street. We're going to have Michter's Distillery, which is probably going to be more of the top of 2014. And then we have two other brands that may be open by the end of the year, but it's so top secret that we can't even tell you who they are yet, but you'll know the brands when we're ready to announce that, so stay tuned to a future podcast.
Now, we've got a lot of bourbon here, but we also had a lot of food as well.
We did have a lot of food, so I'm the food girl. I'll tell you about what we had. We started with a couple of appetizers. We had the scallops, the pork belly on some nice cheese grits. Wasn't that good? Real Kentucky style. And we had probably one of my favorite appetizers in the whole city of Louisville, the garlic goat cheese spread in that cast iron skillet with the toast points. I mean, shut up, right? We all had a bourbon cocktail of some sort, or you had Angel's Envy on the rocks, right? Mark had a bourbon flight, a wheated bourbon flight, and then we had for entrees, we split, since we've been eating all day, we split the burger, the Bourbon's Bistro burger, which is one of my favorites in town, and the pork chop.
It was all good stuff. Now, if you want more information about this episode, please go to gotolouisville.com. Of course, you can send us an email, podcast@gotolouisville.com. Of course, you can find us in Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So as always,
you're looking at Louisville, which is where you need to be in 2013.
The top U.S. travel destination.
See you real soon.
Cheers.
Welcome, everyone, to this edition of Looking at Louisville. I'm Chaz.
Hi, I'm Stacy.
And I'm Zach.
And what's this episode about? I think it's very special, right?
Zach.
It's about Zach.